All right, never before seen footage. My basement arcade. In my house, pinball lineup. So, restricted to the basement area, by the way. And no games upstairs. And even very limited to my decorating input. But I think that's a good thing. So, at any rate, basement, ceiling constraints, a little bit tough. I got my Whirlwind, which is still over at my dad's. The topper definitely doesn't fit in here, but I'm contemplating either leaving it on a dolly and shopping it out, or maybe just taking the topper off and bringing it in here. I mean, it's in really good condition, but you know, I want to kind of work on my restoration skills and try and make it mint to pristine, you know, collector's quality, and see where it goes with that. But for now, this is what I have. Matahari, you know, definitely one of my favorites. This game actually has the back glass with the dagger, has the writing on it. You know, the earlier production, the first productions had writing on the dagger, and then they took it off for later productions of it. And, you know, a lot of people, myself included, you know, it's like, oh, it's rare to have it with the writing on the dagger. But in fact, it was like 50-50 split. It's, you know, but I'm happy that I have one with the back glass with the writing. You know, it's not a repo. And the playfield on this is awesome. There's one blemish, but other than that, the game's amazing. I love it. Volley, that was my first pin. Unassuming playfield, but definitely hard to pop games on that. The rollover is really tough, I think, to get and score high on that. But that's a great game, classic. El Dorado, speaking of classics, game's awesome, man. First time I played this, I think I was like 7 or 8, you know, down in a hotel in Pennsylvania, Dutch country somewhere, like an arcade game room with my parents, and probably spent, that's all I remember from that vacation, playing this game. But drop targets galore. I mean, I usually like pop 5 games at a clip on this thing. Surfer, awesome. I think first time I played this was at in the Pan American Hotel game room down in Wildwood Crest. This game's awesome. I mean, next to Matahari, I probably play this the most. It's got spinner, drop targets. Man, it's definitely fun. It's Jumpin' Jack, 4-player version of Jack in a Box. This thing was fully restored. Russ, Pin Rescue. Had this guy, Mike Reeder, who redid the cabinet. Man, that thing is awesome. I mean, it really looks and plays like it just came out of the factory back in 1970s. This Circus Voltaire, you know, I got this on a trade, believe it or not, from Jack at pinballsales.com. I had a Stern Simpsons pinball party and low plays, and I mean, it's a cool game, but you know, I just didn't want it anymore. And this, he had this Circus Voltaire, and I got him. We did a trade, and this game is great. You know, it's actually, you know, it seems pretty easy when you first start playing it, but it definitely has a good, complex rule set, deep rule set. Black Spider-Man, hey man, it was limited edition, had to have it. Shaker motor, definitely fun. You know, somewhat reminiscent of like Attack from Mars or Terminator 2, Terminator 3, fast action playfield. I mean, it's definitely fun. Black Spider-Man version is definitely, it was the only one I would have gotten. Funhouse, Holiday Arcade, Point Pleasant Beach. That's when this thing was out. Man, I love this game. You know, this one has no miler on the playfield, so it shines like glass. This game plays really well. I mean, it's actually really good condition, too. Fun. Theater of Magic. This game is awesome. It's definitely fun. I mean, it doesn't take much to get it going. But definitely challenging to master this. And I'm actually thinking about doing the LED light conversion on the playfield inserts. I heard it really makes it pop. Because, you know, it's a little bit darker of a game. But man, yeah, it's definitely good. Kind of reminiscent of Scared Stiff or Tales of Arabian Nights. You know, that era of pinball machines. But here we go with the Stern. Not a huge Stern fan. But I don't know, something about this Wheel of Fortune, you know, I don't know if it was the wheel or what, but it reminded me of like Boardwalk, and play fields. It's a wicked amount of skill shots and just pops, kind of Vegas-like. I just had to have it, and you know what? It plays really well. Besides I got it new in box, and glad to have it in the lineup. I mean, if I had to pick something to go, this one in, one out, as far as the games, this would probably be it. But you know what? I'm gonna try and hold on to this thing as long as I can. I really like it, and it's fun to play. And besides, with maybe the wife's approval, I can maybe squeeze 3 or 4 more pins in here, maybe an arcade or 2. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, I'll be on good behavior. I might be able to do that later on down the road. And here's a little back storage room, and that's probably where I'm going to bring the Whirlwind and work on it, set it up, and do that there. So, Mike, if you're out there listening to Texas, man, I'm going to get that game going really good. So, I don't know if I'm going to let you and the boys take it over possession out there in Texas, but I'm definitely going to be restoring it and keeping you guys in mind, at the very least when you guys come out here. Definitely be able to play some games. But, yeah, man, there's my pinball lineup. Hope you guys enjoyed.